We in my studio and stay bogged out. Rapping in, getting hit like a ball cap. Little girl over here when we having right session. She not in school, but look, they're gonna teach her a lesson. But I'm focused every day, steady chasing paper. If you ain't about no money, girl, I can't date you. I got a bad bitch, she always say I go deep. She not from Miami, but she got the heat. 2.5 hours with her, then she fell asleep. When she wakes, she gonna roll up so we can chill. When I'm with her, phone on silent so it won't be. Getting high, fucking all day between the sheets. What you know about that? That's that grown shit. Don't have a mind of your own, that's a young bitch. Don't even know a nigga, but she wanna judge me. I think she mad cause she know she can't fuck me. Mad at your girl cause she told you that she love me.
Smiling in their face, they be claiming they a homie. They ain't really solid, niggas phoning like Tony. Ain't no love in the streets, so I'm clutching now. Smoke me one to the face, I gotta clear my mind. I show love, niggas stab me in the back. Started hating on me, type of shit is that. Wanna see me fall, don't wanna see me on my feet. Niggas ain't right, so you know I keep that heat, huh? For real. Straight up, I ain't lying, you know that. They be trying to kill my vibe, they be trying to blow my high. Instead of tell the truth, niggas rather tell a lie. They be talking about the trap, I ain't seen them in the trap. Hollering about the real, but I know these niggas cap. They ain't really with it, they just try to play you close. I been hurt, dog, by the ones I love the most. Keep my distance, I don't really come around. I don't wanna have to gun a nigga down. Real shit, if he
I said, lil' baby kinda bad and her attitude kinda slick too. 50 ballers just coming for any issue. This nigga think he Tyson, he swinging, he getting blicked too. She politicking on mama, she getting hit too. He itching just to roll with us. They go to rollers cuz he keep on dissing on mamas, we finna roll him up. Ain't throwing out a punch in the function, we bought the pole with us. You bought your little pole for the show it, you finna blow her what? You company with only thugs and only misfits. If you ain't tryna get up on the tens, can't hop in this wheel. Your bro ain't read the fine print, but tryna flip shit. Just watch that image unfold when he get sentenced. When baby drinkers go crazy and shit, they kinda loud. We let them niggas think that we coolin' and shit, we walking down. The girly sections is sad, we know they not around. Every time them bitches get hype, you know we turn them down. But why you brag about the skit straight to the hoe, yeah, you a bitch. Let the piggies question me about the shit, I put the fifth. Even if that whip is tinted, make your way is getting flipped. Gotta keep his music going, I'm the hardest in this shit. Mama said stay out the way like son, you doing good. She know I keep a pole on me, wishing niggas.
I genuinely wanna see niggas win. I genuinely wanna see niggas eat. And but you can't save the drowning. You can't drown yourself trying to save a drowning.
That shit was bad business. And if it's funk, then let me know, cause a nigga trippin'. Somebody tell Youngin made a chill, cause we grab bitches. They tryna fake it till they make, boy, they catfishing. Talking hard, body come up missing. Show 'em blowing they not. I ain't gotta lie, I know what I got. You tryna hoop because you mad with shit, let's see who make fuck. No need to pin, I'm gon' get in, I'm shooting rims right off top. It's for the win, so watch me spin and knock a bitch out his sock. Talking about you got plenty, but ain't got any. These niggas mad because they knowin' they can't fuck with me. Cop an image like a deuce for like $1.50. Ain't got a pole, then he can't go nowhere. Can't miss you to this 40, make a wish you meet your maker. I don't rock with 304, he break toes, but I won't save him. Ripping shit and leaving hoes for space, it's not a taper. Talking hella pimpin' shit, you can't bend or you can't break her. I get pissy with a smitty on the low, I want a baby A. A disrespectful nigga, strip him naked up on a rainy day. I pop a baby K in his face and watch me fade away.
Salute, salute, salute. Welcome to the Straight Blunt Official Podcast across the street with your boy Blunt. Man, I know y'all seen that championship last night. Boston Celtics versus the Mavs. We gotta get into that. That was fire, man. That was fire. I wanted a sweep. But we got it in 5. I'll take that. Plus, we got to celebrate on home court. I'll take that. We've been waiting on this, though. I ain't gonna lie, man. This is what our second time with this team making it to the finals. But the Mavericks, man, you got to take your hat off to them, man. For them to make it that far,
They're gonna be dangerous. The Mavericks gonna be dangerous, man, for real. Especially in the West. Like they was fifth in the West. Their record was 50-32, and they made it all the way to the finals. They went through OKC, who was the number one team in the West. Luca, man, I ain't gonna lie. That nigga can ball, but he just too ball dominant. But he was the scoring champ though. He was the scoring champ, the 23-24 scoring champ. And he took them to the finals, him and Kyrie. This was their first final since Dirk won it, in 2011? And the reason why I say I feel like the Mavericks gonna be dangerous in the future is because 6 of their top 7 scorers signed through the year 2025, 2026. So they got a lot of important pieces coming back. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna be dangerous, but Luka, he gotta work on his defense, man. He's a good scorer. The nigga can score. The nigga drive-in game is A1, but the nigga do not play defense. He don't have no lateral movement, like from left to right. That's why they was getting blown out like that. Every time he guarded somebody, they'll just drive past him. And either the power forward or the center got to step up, and the driver's just passing it to the person that the center was guarding. They wide open. Like he a liability on defense. I ain't gonna lie. I even think Stephen Curry defense is better. And he's not a good defender. Just Eric, I see you in the building. Salute, brother. Salute. Yeah, his defense, man, he gotta work on his defense. Cause that's gonna hurt him though. I ain't gonna lie. But the nigga can score. The nigga finished the postseason as the NBA leader in points. The nigga had 635 points, 208 rebounds, and 178 assists. Only 2 players in NBA history to finish the postseason as the leader in all 3 of those categories. That's crazy. He the second player in NBA history to finish the postseason as the leader in all 3 of the categories: the rebounds, the points, and the assists. The nigga scored 3,000 points in a single season. He's the 11th player to ever do that. So I see why he gonna get that big contract. The nigga be balling. I ain't gonna lie. But what they missing, I feel like the Mavericks, I feel like what they missing is a legit point guard. I feel like Kyrie should, you know what I'm saying, he played a 2. I feel like they're missing a legit point guard, and they need a big man that can score and also be a rim protector. Because Luka, like him bringing the ball up the court, and it's like him and Kyrie is just playing like 2-on-5. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes the other players just stand around. But last night, their best player wasn't even Kyrie or Luka. It was the nigga Green off the bench. That nigga came in and hit like, I think dude hit like 3 or 4 threes in a row. He was the best player. And that's sad. In the closeout game, in the finals, the star is supposed to step up. Kyrie, he had an off night. He started hitting kind of late, but they was already down by like 20. But Luka, he too ball dominant. What I like about the Celtics though, Jaylen Brown, man, that nigga is different. I still feel like Jason Tatum is the best player on that team because when he get the ball, he get doubled a lot. So, you know, when he draw double teams, they kind of leave Brown free. You know what I'm saying? And only one player can, you know what I'm saying? Like he only had one man guarding him. A lot of times, you know, Jason Tatum, he be getting double teamed as soon as he get the ball, but that nigga Brown, he's special though. I ain't gonna lie, that nigga special. They had that nigga mic'd up. He was mic'd up last night. And I remember him saying Just Eric said Luka a ball hog. I think Kyrie is not being himself out of respect to Luka though. I can see that. I can see that because I feel like Kyrie. I feel like man, I put the ball in Kyrie hands a little bit more. I ain't gonna lie. I agree with that because Kyrie man he got the best handles ever. I ain't gonna lie, that nigga got the best handles ever. He got the best handles out of any guard I seen in the league. But that nigga Jaylen Brown, he was mic'd up, and he told the coach he was like, when Luka passed the ball, he not getting the ball back. The only time he gonna get the ball, he gonna have to bring it up the court. Once he passed the ball, he not getting the ball back. And that nigga Brown locked that nigga down. He was playing that nigga off the ball like he was locking that nigga down. He's making him work. That's why he won MVP. The nigga Brown, he showed up because I remember that year when they did go to the championship. That nigga kept losing the ball. Like damn, bro, forgot how to dribble. Nigga get to the finals and forget how to dribble. But that nigga improved a lot. Like the nigga had 21 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. That nigga was balling. He was balling, but he was doing the little things too. And he averaged in the finals, they say he averaged like 20.8 points on 44% field goal shooting. The nigga had averaged 5.4 rebounds, 5 assists. That nigga was balling. And him and Tatum, man, that duo, they gonna be dangerous, man. I remember people were saying they should break up. One of them gonna have to get traded. Them niggas is dangerous. 107 career playoff games as a duo, most ever by teammates prior to winning their first championship. They had 107 career playoff games together, and that's the most ever prior to winning a championship. And Tatum, the last game, man, game 5 last night, Tatum was balling. Tatum was balling. He started out, I think Tatum had like 8 or 9 assists in the first quarter. I mean in the first half. He was balling. He was doing the little things at first. Then he started taking over. Just Eric said, facts. Holiday stepped up big time too. Facts. Hey, bro, Holiday is the truth, bro. That nigga was making Kyrie work. He was making Kyrie work, bro. That nigga, bro. That nigga like a fucking Gary Payton, bro, on defense, bro. The glove, bro. That nigga like a reincarnated version. That nigga defense, bro, is A1, bro. That nigga Holiday was balling. And I think for the whole playoffs, he shot. I think he was shooting like 40% behind the 3-point line. Oh, you say you trying to get to the parade? Yeah, I know that mug gonna be packed, boy. Hey, did you hear him last night said in game 4 in Boston when they was losing, they said they had a watch party, I guess, in Boston, the fans, and they said the fans was mad at each other and started fighting each other and shit. They was talking about that shit last night. I said, damn. But they were like, well, we all reunited now. Like, hell yeah, shit. They won the championship. But hey, you know, Holiday. Hey, salute, A-Fan. I see you in the building. Salute. Hey, you know, Holiday, the first player to ever win a championship his first year with the Bucks, and then his first year with the Celtics. So that nigga got 2 rings with 2 teams the first year he played for both of them. He the only player to do that. That nigga Holiday, he man, they gonna keep him. He gonna get paid if he ain't already got paid. But that nigga Tatum, though, man, he showed why he was the superstar, though. That nigga had 31 points. That nigga was 11 for 24 on field goal shooting. Out of 24 shots, this nigga made 11. That nigga had 8 rebounds, and that nigga had 11 assists. Tatum was balling. And Luka could not guard him, man. Luka couldn't guard anybody. Every time he tried to guard somebody, they'll just pass him. And then when he wouldn't guard people, like say the point guard or or the shooting guard guarding somebody and they get passed, he don't even help out. It's like the nigga just look to score. The nigga don't help out. He like James Harden on defense. But that nigga Tatum though, man, hey, that nigga was playing defense too. That nigga was balling. That nigga in the finals, that nigga averaged 22.2 points a game on 39% field goal shoot. That nigga had, I think, he averaged 7.8 rebounds per game. Might as well round that off to 8. And then 7.2 assists per game. So that nigga averaged 22, 8, and 7. Elite defender. Facts. Holiday is on me. He was like 2 rebounds shy of a triple-double too also. Yep, that's a fact. That's a fact. Because he had he had 8 rebounds. Hey, you know Holiday, that nigga Holiday had 11 or 12 rebounds. That nigga was rebounding his ass off too though. He's and see that's another thing that go unnoticed. He's a good rebounder too for a guard. That nigga do all the little things. But you want me to tell you who the X factor was though? Who I feel like? That nigga Derek White, man. That nigga Derek White. That nigga was balling. He do the dirty work. And that nigga's a shot blocker for a guard. That nigga blocked the shit out they center shit. And the center went up with 2 hands. That nigga went straight up. I think a repeat is on the horizon. Facts. Because I don't really see nobody really giving them trouble in the East. The only team I see probably will give them trouble is the Bucks. I think it'll be out of them and the Bucks. Because I think they'll sweep the Knicks. I ain't gonna hold you. Because I remember, I think Giannis ended up getting hurt, though. But I think the Bucks might be the only team that can, give them trouble. But I still don't think they could beat them, though, in the 7 games. But that nigga Derek White, man, hey, you see that nigga was hustling for the ball, and old dude, they center fell on his head, and that nigga smashed his head to the court, and he chipped his tooth. And then came right back out there was balling. That nigga, he averaged 13.8 points a game on 39% field goal shooting. And that nigga the whole finals, that nigga averaged 40% on 3-point field goal. 40%. That nigga was balling. I think if I ain't mistaken, I think Devin White came from the Spurs. If I ain't mistaken, I could be wrong, but I think he played with the Spurs before too, though. But that nigga was balling. But for the most part, though, Tatum struggled a lot in the playoffs, but did other things to help the team, like assisting and rebounding. That's a fact. Hey, but the closeout game, though, that nigga showed up, though. When it's time for them stars to show up, though, when they need it the most, that nigga showed up. That nigga had 31, 8, and 11. Like you said, he was 2 rebounds shy from a triple-double. But I was really happy, though, to keep it 100. I was really happy for Al Horford. Hey, Flo, salute. I see you, Brody. Hey, I know you watched that championship last night. Yeah, I was really happy for Al Horford, man, because that old ass nigga, that nigga played 186 playoff games before winning the title. Because I remember when he was in Atlanta, LeBron and them used to sweep them niggas before they even get to the championship. They used to always get swept. But that nigga played 186 playoff games. He was that was the second most after Karl Malone. Because Karl Malone, he never won. I think he played 190 some playoff games. And he never won it. But that nigga Al Horford, he finally got him one, man. That nigga played 17 seasons before winning his first championship. Tied for 3rd most all time. I would not have been okay if Tatum would have got the MVP just saying, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, the right person got it. I'm gonna say that the right because Brown, man, because the games that they needed points, even though Tatum did do all the little things, the games that they needed to score, Brown did that. And I remember, I think it was who they played. I forgot who they played, man. My mind went blank, but I don't even think they would have got there if it weren't for Brown though, because I think he had hit like a 3-point shot to send them to advance them to the what's the name if I'm mistaken, to the NFC, I mean to the AFC conference. I mean Eastern Conference. I'm thinking about football, my bad. Eastern Conference. Cause that nigga was balling. I ain't gonna lie. That nigga was balling. But that nigga Al Horford, that nigga old ass finally got him one, man. Yes, give Derek White his flowers, definitely. Man, bro. If they didn't put it like this, if they didn't have Derek White, they wouldn't have won, bro. They probably wouldn't even got there. I'm gonna keep it 100. That nigga need to get paid. It's really Jason Kidd's fault. How's that, A-Fan? You think? I think Luka too ball dominant. He need to work on his defense. He's a liability on defense. Do you think because he put the ball in Luka's hands too much? But that nigga Derek White though, man, that nigga different, man. He went straight up with their center. And the center went up with 2 hands and still blocked this shit. And that nigga Derek, I think they center like 7 foot. Derek White like 6'4". But the I ain't gonna lie, man. The Mavericks, man, they got a future though. But the Celtics, man, they special, man. I ain't gonna lie, they special. They the 14th team to win 80 games. They the 14th team since the NBA started to win 80 games. They the 14th team. That alone. Because the NBA been around for ever. He signed that contract and was already celebrating his win, making $8 million a year. I mean, $8 million a year. Hey, yeah. I mean, I don't know. For him to get them there though, he did get them there too though. You know what I'm saying? I still think Luka too ball dominant, and he need to work on his defense. He could score, but he need to work on his defense though. Defense wins championships. He don't got no lateral movement from left to right. He's slow. Like the nigga be moving like he 80 years old. I really don't even understand how they be letting the nigga score, to be honest. But then again, when he do that step back, he be pushing off with that shoulder. And you know, they let that shit go. But you know, that's really an offensive foul though. But they be letting that shit go though. That nigga be balling though. I ain't gonna hate on him though. That nigga be balling. But Boston, man, I see them winning there. I see Tatum and Brown at least winning 2 more. It might not be back to back, but I see them niggas at least winning 2 more. Minnesota's a team we're gonna have to watch for in the future. Hey, that's a fact. Hey, man, tell that nigga Cat, man. That nigga Cat. That nigga need to get under the goal. That nigga always be trying to shoot threes, big as that nigga is. That big ass nigga need to be up under the goal. And don't get me wrong, the nigga can shoot, but shit, when that nigga ain't shooting, like when his shot ain't going down, that nigga need to learn how to post up. That nigga just keep shooting. But that nigga Ant-Man, though, he the truth. I ain't gonna lie. That nigga the truth. But the Celtics, man, they gonna be a problem in the East for a while. They gonna be a problem in the East for a while. They was 16-3 this postseason on .842 percentage, best in franchise playoff history. 8 wins by 15 plus points in the playoffs. That's all. Like that also was a franchise record. 8 wins by 15 plus points in the playoffs. And I think they only lost. If I ain't mistaken, I think they only lost two or three road games in the playoffs. The entire playoffs. Yeah, they only lost, I think, 3 because they just lost game 4. Yeah, I think it was 3 if I ain't mistaken. But that nigga Al Horford, man, that old ass nigga finally got him one, man. Hey, what do y'all think that Dallas need though to get over the stump? Me personally, I think Dallas need a point guard because they big man, he young, you know what I'm saying, and he nice, but I think they need a point guard, and I think they need a big man that can get his own shot. Because they had Porzingis, like Boston had Porzingis in there, you could tell he wasn't 100%. You could tell the nigga wasn't even 75%. His lateral movement wasn't even like it seemed like it hurted him to walk. But when he first came in game, I think that's game 1 or 2, one of them. All they do is get him the ball, move out the way. He create his own shot. That's what Dallas needs. They need a big man that create his own shot, and they need a point guard to bring the ball up the court, take the ball out of Luka's hands. Because when he bring the ball up the court, it's predictable. He's too ball dominant. It's like everybody just stand around and just watch him. So the Celtics, man, we got 18 of them Jones, man. Put us 1 ahead of the Lakers. 18 banners. 18 championships. Hopefully a few more with this squad. Because Brown and Tatum, man, everybody was talking about when they lost championship. Y'all gonna have to trade one of them. One of them gonna have to get traded. Now look, like this duo been like they got the chemistry. If one of them ain't having a good scoring night, the other one steps up. The one that's not having a good scoring night, he might do the little things as far as rebounding, assisting, you know what I'm saying, playing defense. One thing though, that nigga Tatum, man, his defense is underrated. I ain't gonna lie. When that nigga locks in, that nigga defense is underrated. That nigga was balling, man. And he ripped Luka a couple times. I seen it. But the defender of the year, though, it had to be Drew Holiday. The way that nigga was playing Kyrie. That nigga was defending that nigga. I ain't gonna lie. He's made Kyrie work the whole series. The whole finals. Kyrie, it's like even when Kyrie put up that 30, when he had 30, I think it was game 4 when he had 30. Like, even though they blew him out, you could tell it wasn't easy though, him getting that 30. Like, thing with Drew, he gonna make you work. He gonna make you get a ball up and he gonna make you work for it to get it back. That's why I fuck with Drew. And they got him 2 rings, man. But yeah, man, I had to do a little quick recap of that, man. I watched that shit last night. That shit was, I was happy as hell, man. I wanted us to win it in 4, but shit, we got to celebrate in Boston, so shit, that's even better. But man, I'm about to go ahead and get out of here, man. Y'all have a good day, man. See y'all later, man. Salute. 1.
my studio and stay bogged out. Rapping in, getting head like a ball cap. Little girl over here when we having right session. She not in school, but look, they're gonna teach her a lesson. But I'm focused every day, steady chasing papers. If you ain't about no money, girl, I can't date you. I got a bad bitch, she always say I go deep. She not from Miami, but she got the heat. 2.5 hours with her, then she fell asleep. When she wakes, she gonna roll up so we can chill. When I'm with her, phone on silent so it won't be. Getting high, fucking all day between the sheets. What you know about that? That's that grown shit. Don't have a mind of your own, that's a young bitch. Don't even know a nigga, but she wanna judge me. I think she mad cause she know she can't fuck me. Mad at your girl cause she told you that she love me.